Hello audience, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Today we are going to start one of the most important topics, which is pivot table. Trust me, it is super important topic. If you use Excel and if you have to prepare the reports, you have to prepare the reports by the help of either formulas or by the help of tool that name is pivot table. Can we say that pivot table is a tool that helps you to convert your raw data to the meaningful report? Answer is yes. How you will show your activity to your management? Of course, by the report. Report is essential. You have to prepare the report, and pivot table is very smart tool that converts the raw data to the meaningful report without applying any formula at all. It doesn't mean I'm saying that like we can't apply the formula in pivot table. We can 100% we can apply the formula in pivot table, and there are super advanced formula we can apply in the pivot table. Trust me, the formulas what we can apply in the pivot table, that has separate set of functions, that is called DAX, which is very famous while learning. I don't know if you have the knowledge of Power BI, so you must be knowing that of DAX formulas that can be applied in the pivot table. That can be applied in the pivot table. So I'm saying that we can apply formulas in pivot tables, that is good, but without applying any formula in pivot table, we can generate the report. That is the beauty of this tool. How to deal with this particular tool, and what are the advantages of things, what are the technical stuff that we have to follow in the pivot table, we will understand from the zero till pro. First we will take one table. We will try to like figure out how to make the raw data more organized, how to prepare the summaries. Then after, I will teach you the most important topic, that if we have very a big size of the data, numbers of tables, how to combine them very quickly and make the master pivot table. If the raw data, different tables are there, if these are going to be updated in different tables, in different Excel file can be there, right? If those things will be updated, automatic your pivot table will be updated. That is the power of pivot table. It is way beyond than drag and drop the things into row, column, values and the filter. Let's get started. Now, as you can see, I have taken a very small data set, very basic data set, because I want you to understand the theory behind of pivot table. Then after, slowly we will like level up the things. Okay. Here we have student names. Here we have subjects. Here we have marks. And here we have semesters. Basic example, very basic example, but very important to understand this tool. How many students I have taken? There are 4 students: Alia, Nishant, Ram and Rubina. Subjects are there. Semesters are there over here. You can see till the data we have semester number 2, semester number 1 over here, and semester number 2 over here. So now you can see this particular data, how it looks like. I am going to convert this one to the pivot table. Then we will compare first. Which one is looking more professional, this one or the pivot table what I will make? Then I will teach you how to make pivot table. Okay, so give me just 1 minute and let me make it very quickly. Then after, I will show you the theory behind it. Give me 1 second. Maybe I will take the name over here, marks over here, semester maybe. Okay, 2 semesters are there. I will put above the name, and subjects maybe I will put in the column. In the column. One second, something is creating the problem. Let me do one more time. Insert pivot table, existing worksheet, this one, click OK. I will take marks, semesters, then names, and the subjects. Okay, now you can see. So basically you can see here we have the data. Okay, semester 1 and semester 2, same data we have over here also, semester 1 and semester 2. Okay, all the student details are there and their subjects are there. Of course their marks is there also, right? So even you can see which one looks more organized. Of course this pivot table, no? Because it is semester 1, 4 students, all the subjects and the score. Entire data we can see just by taking the space of this much, which is actually in the raw data till this much. So can we say that pivot table makes the summary by organizing the data? Of course, yes. Right. So now we have to understand how to deal with that one. At least by taking the basic example of the pivot table, we can conclude pivot table is smart enough to organize it. How to make, understand. Let's see the steps. So first what we have to do, we have to select the entire table. Of course, if the table size is very big, I can just put the cursor at the header, then Control Shift right arrow and Control Shift down arrow, else we can press Control A. Both are good. Then after I can go to the Insert tab, then Pivot Table, and from table or range, means the table or range what we have over here, that we have to select and we have to create the pivot table. So I will click this one. Then after it is asking where you want to see the pivot table, or you can say where exactly you want to make the pivot table. One is in the new worksheet and second one that is in the existing worksheet. Let me take new worksheet, will be better. So if I click new worksheet and click OK, so it will create a sheet and there we can prepare our summary. So first I will see the boxes over here, like filter is there, column is there, rows and the values. If I take the headers, you can see the table headers that is available over here. You can see name, subjects, marks in the semester, that is available over here. So if I take the header of the column and if I put in the specific box, maybe if I will put the thing in the row, the presentation of the data will be like this. If I will put that one in the column, the presentation will be like this one. Okay, you will say that Nishant, actually if you are putting the things in the row, why this comes in the column direction? This has to be in the row, but it is in the column. You can see actually this, the data it is in column, but the like numbers when I will put, that will be in the row wise. That will be in the row wise. You will see in just 1 or 2 minutes you will see. So first we have to understand like what the like header we are going to put in the row or the column. Based on that one, the presentation will be prepared. So it is our call how we want to make the presentation. Then after, what I'm thinking, like student names I have taken, it is creating like this. Then I can take the marks. Marks is the number. I must take the number in the values. Values in the values. I will put that one. Did I do any calculation? Not at all. I didn't do anything. I just dragged and dropped in the specific box. But it is created. You can see sum of marks. Sum of marks, total marks by Nishant, Alia, Ram, Rubina. You will say that can't we make some other calculation, or it is only sum that we can make by the pivot table? Of course, different calculations we can do. So here I can click sum of marks, this one. Then value field settings, I click it. And I can choose any different calculation. If I want to calculate average marks for Nishant, Alia, Ram, Rubina, I can click and I click OK. So this is the average score of each and every student. That's why I told you that we don't have to apply formula and summary can be prepared by the pivot table. But still, when I will teach you the advanced pivot table, that time I will apply formula inside the pivot table. I'm not denying it, right? Okay. Then after, you might be asking that, Nishant, can't we have the report like, Nishant, the total score is 652. How much in semester 1 and how much in semester 2? So what I will do, I will take semester under the name. It means the presentation is like 1 Nishant, and under it semester 1 and semester 2. Alia semester 1 and semester 2, something like this. We can change the pattern of the report. How? I can do semester in the, I can put semester in the columns. You can see names are here, and semester 1 and semester 2, right? Okay. You will say that, can't we make semester 1 and under that one all the student details? Semester 2 and under that one all the student details. I am teaching you little slow, maybe like you will say that, Nishant, you are teaching very slowly, but trust me, there are different kinds of audience. If I will start teaching you very like fast, so you might not be able to grasp the things. So if you find my video goes on like slowly basis, you can just put 1.25 like x speed. But I believe you should listen exactly how I'm teaching you. It will take 15 to 20 minutes, like more than actual timing, but that will hit your mind and that will be in your mind very nicely. It is my 100% assurance, because one smart tool, if you are going to learn, at least you have to give 4 to 5 hours. Don't you think? Of course, yes. So we are going to start again. Okay. Now, so I will take the semester and I will put above the name. Above the name. So now you can see semester 1 and all the student details. Semester 2 and all the details. How it is shuffling actually. That time we had the name first, then the semester. It was like that. So first it was putting the name, then the semesters. But now I'm changing it like this. So here we have semester first, and under that one all the names. Cool. Then after, you might be asking that, Nishant, can't we have the details of Nishant, Alia, Ram, Rubina by subjects? Of course we can make. Subjects I will put under the name, but no, it is very big. See? So what I want to do, I want to make it more organized. Can't we use the column option? Let me try. I will put subject in the column. Now it's better. Something I can put in this direction and something I can put in this direction. The job is done, no? Like you can see over here, this is the data that can be converted into this format. You will say that, Nishant, is it the only format that we can expect from the pivot table? Nothing. Not at all, right? In the pivot table, like you will decide how you want to make the presentation. Means, by any chance, if you are going to make the pivot table for the trainers, so you know what you can do? You can just put the semesters over there in the column, and subjects you will put above the row. It is one subject, all the students, then semester 1, semester 2, that is also good. So basically it is dragging and dropping the column header into the specific box to make your data more presentable in a summarized way, right? So I believe that pivot table introduction is very much clear, right? Okay. What else we can expect from this particular tool? Like rather than doing the drag and drop of the like column header into the specific box, let me do something. I put subject over there, I put semester over here, and maybe my management is asking that, Nishant, can't we make semester 1 report separate and semester 2 report separate? Of course we can make, because in the notice board we have to stick the semester wise report, no? So what we have to do, we have to put semester in the filter. by any specific category you want to filter the report, make it separated or something, that category must be in the filter. Let me put in the filter and you will see that semester directly not affecting this particular pivot table. It is creating a separate line item as the filter. This time all the semesters, I can click this one, the drop down button, and click semester 1 and click OK. Then after I can make a copy of this and I'll paste over here, and then after I click and I choose semester 2. What else we can expect from a tool to make it more presentable? I did not start the advanced version of the pivot table. I think today we will not be able to learn that much. Basic plus intermediate only. But still, it looks good, right? Okay. Now I'm going to discuss one small thing. By any chance, if I'm going to share this particular pivot table with any person, with anyone, and you can see this is complete one new Excel file. This is not the new Excel sheet separately. No, this is separately one new Excel file itself. Okay. And if I'm going to share this particular pivot, do you think that I'm sharing the pivot table only or pivot table along with the raw data? Of course, I am sharing the pivot table along with the raw data, because pivot table is nothing but the presentation summary, and summary or presentation without raw data, not possible. Not possible. So how to reveal that raw data? Because raw data we can't see over here, only the presentation is there. So what all we need to do, we have to click the grand total option. Here you can see the total word, and double click. Just put the cursor there and double click. Now you can see things are there, right? So what is the beauty of this particular tool? Basically, for an example, one student Ram, we want to make the scorecard for Ram. What we have to do, we have to click the cursor, put the cursor at grand total for Ram and double click. Score is extracted, the mark sheet is extracted. Of course, you have to sort it so that all semester 1 will be in one place and semester 2 will be in one place. Sort makes easy, right? So pivot table is smart enough to extract details. Maybe I want to extract the student details for chemistry, so just double click over here and all chemistry activities are in one place. That is the beauty of pivot table. So you can make the summary first, then after slowly, if you want this report, that report, everything can be seen nicely. Okay, now one more question. By any chance, if you want to make separate report not by semesters but by student names, like one student Nishant, separate scorecard, Alia, separate scorecard, Ram, separate scorecard, and Rubina, separate scorecard, how would you do? You will suggest me and you will say that Nishant, you can do one thing, you can put semester in the row and name in the filter, because as we have discussed that if you want to make any report, separately, that thing supposed to be in the filter. Then after I choose Nishant, okay, then I can make the copy of it, Control C, then I paste over there, then I can choose Alia, then okay, Alia, then okay. Then you will say, Nishant, if you start doing the things like this, like if you have 500 students, you will take hours, right? So in that case, what we have to do, we have to use one small tool that helps us to extract the report by the category what we have put in the filter. What we have to do, you can see basically, if I discuss about the tabs, home, insert, page layout, blah blah blah, something are here. So if I put the cursor outside the pivot table, okay, so we have the tab till power pivot. If I put the cursor inside the pivot table, So I have pivot table analyze and design. So can we say that pivot table analyze and design tabs just designed for pivot table? Yes, no, because that's why we are putting the cursor inside, then only we can see. If I put the cursor outside, we can't. Now, as the name suggests, design means cosmetic changes, color, format, layout, blah blah blah, multiple things we can apply. And the analyze, technical changes. So to make the separate report by any specific category, in my case, I have the names. So I have to go to Analyze tab. First, we have to put the name in the filter. That is already done. Then we have to go to the Analyze, and over here, option drop down button, this one. Option drop down button, this one. And just click Show Report Filter Pages. So report filter pages. Click over there and we can see the names over there because we have put in the filter. Just click OK and the job is done. You'll be surprised to see that all four tabs have been, seats have been created by the name of Nishant, and Nishant report is there. Then after Alia, Alia report is there. Then Ram and Rubina. Understood my point? This is the power of pivot table, right? So it is very simple and what should I say, a smart tool to prepare the report. Till this much I didn't apply any formula at all, right? And we made the report. But the example what I have chosen, that is not the commercial example. Commercial example, what exactly I mean to say, maybe I have the product, I have sales employee, I have customer, I have product category, I have emirate, I have sales report, I have cost, I have profit, blah blah, this type of cosmetics, this type of commercial examples. And how pivot table will help in those part, I'm going to take the second example for that. I'm going to teach you the second level of the pivot table by taking the another example of that. So till this much, what we can conclude about the pivot table. So pivot table is the tool that allows us to convert the raw data to the meaningful summary. That is clear. Then the second thing is what, like pivot table allows you to drag and drop the column header only into the specific box, maybe in the row, in the column, in the value, in the filter, and make your presentation very cool, professional, right? Now, so I'm going to take one second example that will make you understand, that will make you understand how to deal with the commercial data. So the example you can see over here I have taken, that is dates are there. Okay, how many years of the dates? Like 15, 16, 17. Okay, 3 years of the data we have, and the size of the data around, you can see close to 10,000 number of transactions. Okay, then after over here we have different customer to whom usually we sell the product. They belong to different regions, east, west, south, north, something like this. The product what we have sold, the quantity what we have sold, and the total sales amount. Very small data I have taken because we can concentrate the size of the structure of the data and type of the data, and we can prepare the pivot table. So when you are going to make the pivot table, by this kind of data, first we have to write the things in our notebook, that okay, we have the sales, we have customer name, we have product name, we have monthly report, because dates we have in that. Then after we can make like a quarterly report. So what are the things we have and what are the summary we can make? So one report we can make sales by product. What the other thing we can make, sales by region, different region, different sales report. Sales by month, In which month, what is the sales? Highest, lowest I can find. Sales by quarter, sales by year, sales by customer, like the customer like who has the highest amount of the sales, second highest amount of the sales. So those reports we have to make. Do you think that to make all those reports we have to make only single pivot table? I have seen there are some people that try to figure out a way to convert the raw data to the pivot table, but they want to make only single pivot table. If you have 20 and 30 number of column, do you think that one pivot table will be sufficient to express the summary? Not possible. So in practical life, with the giant amount of the data, very big size amount of the big size of the data, we might have to prepare 10 to 15 number of pivot table, which is very common. Let me make you understand by taking this amount of the data, and you'll be knowing that we have to make at least 4 to 5 6 number of pivot tables, right? So now you can see, like here we have the sales by product, number 1, sales by region, number 2, sales by customer, number 3, monthly sales, number 4, quarterly sales, number 5, yearly sales, number 6. 6 are only here. Then after we can make the combination of the things like sales by the product by the region, like which product has the highest sales, second highest, third highest, fourth highest, by their regions, right? Then after sales by product, no, I think you can say okay, that is also good, like sales by the product by their customer, like the customer, which product they have purchased and what value of sales. One customer, maybe product A more, product B less. So product wise analysis by region, product wise analysis by customer, right? Monthly sales by their years. January month sales in 2015 versus 16 versus 17. So these kind of things we want to make. So we have to make 6, 7, 8 number of pivot table, 10 number of pivot tables very commonly, right? Let me make it. So let me just select the table first, go to insert and pivot table, and just click OK. So now you will say that, Nishant, everything is good what you have discussed with me, like sales by this we can make, but you were talking about that monthly sales we can prepare, quarterly sales we can prepare, yearly sales we can prepare. Do we have months? Do we have years? Do we have quarters? No. But pivot table is smart enough to prepare quarterly report, yearly report, monthly report by the tool itself. We don't have to do anything manually. How? You can see. I'm going to take the date in the row. Again, I'm going to take the date in the row. Did I do any calculation? Not at all. But automatically you can see we have months, quarter and year. And over here it is creating yearly report, right? I can take maybe the sales in the value. So now it is calculated yearly sales. You will say that, Nishant, usually we find the companies, they like show the financials on each and every quarter. So definitely we want to see yearly report. We are not denying it, but we want to see quarterly report also. No problem. I can just right click over here and I can click the group button. Why group button? Because group button, actually it is grouped, no? Like the dates are grouped. So we have to click the group, and how we want to make the group, we can customize that. Then I click this one. Then after I will say that I want to see maybe quarter and the years. Month also we can choose, but everything will be in one pivot table, will not look good. So I can take maybe year and quarter, then maybe I will take year and month, something like this, and just click OK. Prepared. Okay. Now I can do some more customization You can see 2015 quarter 4 because the business has been started from the quarter 4 in 2015, and 2016 quarter 1 to 4, 2017 quarter 1 to 4. If I want to compare quarter 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 4 for specific financial year, then it is good. But by any chance, if I want to compare quarter 4 one year versus other year, because there are some kind of product the company may be selling that doesn't have the sales, throughout the year. Maybe company is selling, for an example, maybe company is selling, I can say, winter jackets. In many of the countries, winter jackets can be sold in only maybe November, December and January, quarter 4 and some part of quarter 1. So can we say that like winter jacket sales that we want to compare quarter 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 4? No, who is going to buy winter jackets in summer season, right? I'm not talking about the country where 12 months we have the winter season. Normally, just hope you understand my things. So that time we have to compare quarter 4 one year versus another year. So that if you want to make, then what we can do, we can just take the quarter option, you can see in the row, and I will change the quarter in the value, in the columns. And now if you want to compare 1 year, quarter 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 4, you can compare like this. And by any chance, if you want to compare specific quarter year by year, you can compare. That's why I told you that pivot table can make the summary without applying any formula at all. Trust me, it is very important. Okay, now let me copy this one. And I will paste over here. And over here, by any chance, if I want to compare the sales in terms of percentage, because if I have the numbers, just example I'm telling you, some quarter we have the numbers in millions, some are in thousands, some are in hundreds, if we have like that. So comparison is not good, that we will not be able to understand the figure differences very quickly. So that time what we can do, we can just convert the value to the percentage, because percentage will be 0 to 100 only, so that will be easier. So how can we convert that? Basically over here we have the numbers, okay, in the row direction, and I will consider this one is the 100% for 2017, and these numbers will be distributed, they will be proportionated based on this one, like what is the percentage of this on this, what is the percentage of this on this, something like this. We don't have to do it manually, we have to put the cursor anywhere inside this particular table, then right click and show values as. Then after I can click percentage of row total if I want to proportionate row wise, column total if I want to proportionate column wise, grand total, where it is grand total if I want to proportionate all the values over this one. This time I need row wise, so I will just right click, then after show values as and percentage of row total. Then after you can see, this is again one problem, you can see hashtag, because like whenever you will update the pivot table automatically, based on this one the column size will be auto fitted, but here we need some more width, right? So how to deal with that one we will discuss, just give me 1 more minute. Now you can see here we have the numbers and here we have the percentage. What do you think, which one is more easier to compare? Of course this one, because 0 to 100 we can see 45% has been done in quarter 4, 39% quarter 3, and 7% close to that one, that is in quarter 1, quarter 2. So it's always good to compare the values in percentage if we have big difference among the numbers, right? Okay, so now I'm going to talk about that one. Whenever I make one new pivot table, and when it is refreshed, so it is disturbing the another pivot table. And one more thing, that if you like my videos, so please hit the like button. It will help me to grow. It will, of course, if you will hit the like button, so I will be motivated to make more and more videos. And if you subscribe your buttons, if you will share the channel, so other will be benefited. And of course, you will get the benefit. I will be motivated. So the series will be continuing, not till only for Excel, we will do for Power BI also, and many more. And if you want to buy a complete course, if you want one-on-one session with me, that also I provide, because I'm a freelancer. So you can just save my number, or you can just save my number, or uh, you can, let me just put my country code. I am from India this time. So 9297570671, right? That you can just message me, and I can give you the assistance. Beyond that one, if you need any assistance over your doubts, what you do on day-to-day activity in your job, that also you can discuss with me. If you want some more videos related to any specific topic, that I can make if I will see the things in my comment section, right? Okay, so now if I want to make it proper, I don't want this to be narrowed down. So what I can do while updating the pivot table, so what I can do, I can just go to the pivot table, analyze. Then after option button is there, don't click the option drop down button, or you like that also you can do, but basically we have to click what? Options. Then after, I can click over here, you can see auto fit column width on update. I don't need auto fit, because of the auto fit only it is disturbing us. So I can click auto fit, remove, and okay. Now it will be very clear, right? Okay, let me copy this one, and maybe I will paste over here. And as we have discussed, this one I did not change the setting, that's why it's doing like that. Later on it will be good when I will change the setting. So here I will take maybe region wise sales by the quarter, that is also possible. And the small pivot table, different combination of them you can make, which is very easy actually now. So maybe I will take, I can say product wise, and maybe over here I will take by the region, something like this. So at least I am now able to make you understand that we don't need to prepare only one pivot table to summarize the data. Right? So we need to prepare many pivot tables. I am preparing few because it is just for the training purpose. But now my one question is there that you have to understand. By any chance, if I am discussing about this particular row, like each region, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So let's say quarter 4. Okay, so this is the particular data, that is quarter 4 for only one financial year, or it is for 2015 plus 16 plus 17 all together. What do you think? Of course, for all the financial years, because I have not applied the filter button over here. By any chance, if I have altogether 5 to 10 pivot tables, and I'm saying that I want to see only 2017 report, so everything should be turned for 2017. So in that case, as far as we have the information, what we can do, we can just apply the year option in the filter, and we can filter the pivot. I will click 2017. I will click 2017 and click OK. But unfortunately, this is the pivot table only affected if I choose 2017. If I have 10 to 15 number of pivot table, do you think that one by one I can choose 2017 for all, one by one? No. So I need one smart filter button that can control all the pivot table at a time. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to remove this year filter button from the pivot, and I can put the cursor anywhere inside any pivot table, and then after I can go to pivot table analyze and insert slicer button. Slicer is external filter button to filter the raw data, sorry, pivot table, right? Maybe I will filter it by year, maybe I will filter it by customer, maybe I will filter it by product. It just depends how you want to see, right? Region wise, if you want to filter, that is, you can do anything. Let me take by the customer, so customer wise report I can see, and just click OK. Okay, now I can organize it. Let me take some more space over here. Okay, so let me organize it. How many customer do we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I can do one thing. I can click the slicer. Just be with me what I'm doing. And instead of column 1, I will change to column number 6. What will happen if I do like this? At least I can see the customer names. It is good like that. Okay, then after year also I do the same process. 3 columns I need because I have 3 like years. But you see that why this one is showing that doesn't have anything, no? That doesn't have anything. Okay, so basically sometime you will get this one. So what you have to do, you have to click the slicer button and slicer settings, and over here hide item with no data. Means if we don't have any data with the specific time frame that we don't want to see, khalas, make it hidden, sorted. Then after I can just simply organize it. Of course, if you want to change the color and everything, that is you can do by your own, which is very simple thing actually. Okay, now, so I was telling you that if you will make the external filter button that can control all the pivot at a time, but do you think that it is going to be worked? It should, but it will not. If I click 2017, please see this particular pivot table. At the same time, see all the pivot tables, okay, and see which one is updating, and you will find only this one. See why this is so? Because when I click the pivot table and inserted the slicer, so technically it means only this pivot table is linked with the slicer, or I can say slicers are linked with only this pivot table. So I have to click the slicer and will try to link all the pivots. How? Very simple process. I have to click the slicer, go to slicer button and report connections. Then after I will click one by one, all the pivots. Similarly over here also, I will click one by one all the pivots. Okay, now you will see, maybe I want to see Nicole report, Nabil, Mike, everything is updating. Then after 2017 report, 16 report, 15 report. In 15 we have only one quarter, that's why it's showing only one quarter, and we can do like this. Trust me, if you can convert your raw data to the meaningful pivot tables, that is very professional way of showing the report. Trust me, right?